There doesn't have to be a growing gap between the richest and the poorest in our society. There doesn't have to be the stress and misery that exists for so many people trying to make ends meet and trying to survive in modern Britain. And we put forward a manifesto which does challenge an awful lot of this. It says, first of all, that we will properly fund our National Health Service so it won't be privatised, diced up, sliced up, cut up and given away to the private sector. It'll be a National Health Service worthy of the name of a publicly run, publicly owned and publicly employed service. And we will tackle the issues of mental health and we'll tackle the crucial issue of social care. Ignore the issue of social care, ignore the crisis in social care. Who has to solve it? Predominantly women giving up their jobs, giving up their lives, giving up their careers to care for others because the state has let them down and won't do it. And so we are determined that we will approach these things very differently. But there's also the issue of justice within our society. After Grenfell, MPs of all parties were queuing up in Parliament to express their sorrow at what had happened and to thank the emergency services for what they did, quite rightly so. But a few days later, the opportunity comes, a vote is taken in the House of Commons about lifting the public sector pay cap. What do? Vote it down, vote it against it. So in other words, you praise the emergency services, you praise the NHS workers, and then say, thanks very much, you've done really well with a 14% pay cut in the past 7 years. Would you kindly carry on accepting that pay cut? Well, I thank everyone that works in the NHS. I thank them for what they do. I thank them for the sacrifice they make. But I want them to be properly paid for the work they do and the sacrifice that they make.